The Washington Commanders are in a exciting new time for their franchise. Yes, they're going to go get their quarterback of the future, most likely, in the upcoming 2024 NFL Draft. And quite honestly, I'm excited for this franchise. I think this is the needed step forward. They need to go get their guy as well as improve a lot of other areas of the team. And we're going to cover it in our very first edition of our Washington Commanders mock draft. This is if they do nothing in free agency, which never happens. But this is the absolute worst case. Nothing happens. You go get your guy in the draft. Let's go ahead and make it happen and show you the screen. So 7-round mock draft. Here we go. Even though I did not show you what kind of goes on there, but actually I'll bring it back here so you guys can take a look at our settings. And so we'll go back here. Yes, the Commanders are number 2, high speed, low drag. We get care for positional value as well as drafting for needs. Those are both a little bit high. And then you got randomness just a little bit because, hey, it is the draft. So we're going to go ahead and enter the draft here and really see how the board falls. So the nice thing is they got a couple of second and third round picks. I believe they got a couple fourths, if I'm not mistaken. So they got some things to really deal with here. Now, mock draft numero uno is no trades. So really is trying to see just how the board falls. So we're going to go ahead and see the draft here. And yes, I mean, everybody's kind of mocking Caleb Williams to the Commanders, or excuse me, to the Bears at this point. It's kind of a toss up between the two. But if this is how it fell, I mean, yeah, Drake May, I think you get your quarterback of the future and you don't look back in any capacity. And then you go into the second round. And this is where things will get really, really interesting. So right off the bat, you got Adonai Mitchell. Let's see, Jordan Morgan. So offensive line is a major need. Let's see. Ooh, Zach Frazier. I think he's honestly, he's going to be a lot of fun. He's going to be an absolute lot of fun. If I'm being honest, I think I would go with. Man, this one is tough because I know center's kind of a need, and I think that this would make a lot of sense. But I also want edge rusher. Darius Robinson and Chop Robinson are both also there. If I'm being honest though, I love me some Chop Robinson. But if this is how the board fell, and you have one of the best centers in the draft that falls to you, even though I think center, right guard, and tackle are definitely going to be a need. Zach Frazier is going to be an absolute stud. It's just hard for me to pass it up. So there you get Zach Frazier. Oh, and then yes, Chop Robinson falls to you right there. Oh, but I mean, Jatavion Sanders is there. I mean, this would be really hard to pass up. It would be. Honestly, man, So it's kind of a toss up between tight end and edge at this point. But if I was faced with this, I would go Sanders. I would definitely go Sanders. So you've got you've got help at center, you've got help at tight end, and now we get into the later rounds, the third round. Excuse me. I think you've got what, 3 third-round picks in this one, or pretty close. You got 2. You've got 2. So that's definitely going to help some things out. So we get into the third round here. Tight end and quarterback are taken care of, as well as a little bit of help along the offensive line. Linebacker. Junior Colson's going to be a lot of fun in the third round. Honestly, he makes some sense. He really does. So do we go that route, or like Blake Fisher's there at tackle too? He's going to make some sense at right tackle. It's a toss up between. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna go Fisher here because I think he is going to come in and immediately start at right tackle and do some really good things. And then you're back early into the fourth round doing a couple different things. Ooh, edge department. Yes, Lafau coming up out of Notre Dame makes up for it because you get Fisher, you get his teammate Lafau there. I know I'm not even close to saying that correctly, but it doesn't matter to me. Let's see. We got to get edge at some point. Got to get edge. Ooh. J.E. out of Alabama. I mean, this makes a lot of sense when you're into the fourth round. He's got a lot of talent. And you can also go Bo Limmer here, but if you want to get some more offensive line help, which I highly doubt, we got to go corner too. We low-key really do have to go corner at this spot. Ooh, Jarvis Brownlee Jr., Louisville, awesome. Okay, so we did corner. We got to go edge here in this next one. We really do. I mean it this time. Let's see. Xavier Thomas, edge, cool. So we got edge, we got corner. We got tight end, we got linebacker, quarterback of the future, and really this is just BPA. Ooh, Drake Nugent. Honestly, I don't mind drafting a center, or at least Nugent can also play. If I'm not mistaken, he also played a little bit of guard over. Nope, I'm thinking of someone else. I don't care. I'm honestly gonna get one of the better guys in the building that can play a lot of different positions. because we got Fisher, we got Frazier, and we're getting Nugent too because I think you can bump him into guard and he can do some different things for you. So you've shored up the offensive line. Ooh, Frank Gore Jr. Let's see. I'm going to double down on corner. Know what? Being from South Dakota, I got to give some love to Miles Harden here coming up out of South Dakota. Yeah, we're going to go with Harden. And to be honest, I'm kind of happy with how this thing kind of ended up. You know, obviously I'd like to, I think, trade back into the in the second round, maybe trade back a bit, maybe get some more stuff. But really how this whole fell, I was pretty happy. So May, your quarterback of the future, fine. You love to see it. You got him some offensive line help with Zach Frazier there, which I don't get because he fell to us at 36 and you got him at, what was it? It doesn't make it. Some of these grades don't really make sense, but Zach Frazier there at center, fantastic. Jatavion Sanders there at tight end. Blake Fisher's going to start for you pretty much immediately. His teammate Lafau is going to come up and make some plays for you on defense. Jarvis Brownlee, yes. Xavier Thomas, the edge out of Clemson, and then Drake Nugent, who I think can play both center and guard, is going to come in. And then, yes, you got the wild card Miles Harden coming up out of South Dakota there to really round it out. So, yes, like I said, there's going to be a lot of different things that happen for the Commanders, but this makes a lot of sense. I think this draft ended up pretty good, and you kind of hit out all the check marks. Now it is about what happens in free agency. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, all that wonderful stuff. But let us know what you guys think about our very first edition of our Washington Commanders mock draft for 2024.